pretty busy. I have changed the oil, changed the filter, checked that the fuel tank's drained, topped up all of the water. It's pretty much ready to have a crack at starting, so we're going to get onto that shortly. Grab the battery out of the Mustang and give it a nudge. Still pretty grubby in there, but who cares, we just want to know if it runs. Alrighty, let's preface this next part of the video with a bit of an explanation of what went on. So, had my dad around to have a crack at helping me start the car. One of the things that's important to me about this YouTube channel is that it is the real world of my life, and so this was 15 minutes to kids' bedtime. We were in the driveway, everyone's excited about trying to get the car going, and we put the battery in and hit the key, and absolutely nothing happened. One of those off. See if it cranks. We got a click. Fan. The heater fan. Oh, right, so you've got nothing. Hey? Yeah, multimeter and maybe jumper leads. It's only 12 volts. Try just turn the ignition on, and well, the ignition is on. Alright, turn the ignition off and I'll see what the voltage does. Nothing.
Yeah. I wasn't putting a lot of petrol in, but hey? Yeah, well, I can try a bit more if you want.
In the meantime, the camera was rolling, the GoPro battery went flat and missed all the exciting stuff, but thankfully my mum caught it with her mobile phone when we actually got it to fire, so so that was pretty cool, thanks Mum. So what had happened was there was a couple of electrical problems, the first one being very tricky to diagnose in that there was corrosion on the inside of the battery terminal clamp that was inhibiting the current transfer, technical term there, and so we weren't getting any voltage. Dad, being a sparky, pretty cleverly, sort of by accident, realised that he had a voltage drop across the battery terminal, and figured that out from there. The next one had us pretty stumped. The key did nothing. Absolutely nothing happened when we turned the key. I had a bit of a hunt round and found a switch under the dash, which was for the ignition, as a bit of a hidden kill switch sort of thing. So that caught us out for a little while. After that, we got it to go. Fed it some petrol straight down the carburetor. You can hear in the video when the fuel pump picks up and everything takes off. And then once I back the revs off and it stops taking fuel, Dad says, shut it down now, mate.
Shut her off, mate.
Which was his nice, gentle, calm command that there's a fountain of petrol coming out of the carburetor and hitting the bonnet, hood to you Americans. At which point I turned the key off, and again nothing happened. So Dad pulled the lead off the coil, and that shut it down. So that was the reason why we then went and rebuilt the carb. I had a rebuild kit for it already. I took a day off work to learn how to rebuild a Holly carburetor. It took me 6 hours, mostly scraping gaskets off. It was a bit of a marathon job, not what I expected for rebuilding a carburetor. But once I put it all back together and bolted it on, I hit the key and it fired straight up for these last couple of shots, which was absolutely beautiful. The battery's out of my other car and I haven't had an opportunity to put it back in and run it again since, but pretty stoked to know that it runs now. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that's where we're up to now. Next job to watch out for in the next video will be that I'll make a start on pulling the suspension apart and crack on with replacing a few bushings. If you're enjoying what I'm up to here, make sure you like and subscribe and follow me for a bit more. And say hello to my cat Zephyr, doing cat things, standing in front of the camera.